Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a flesh and blood human being who is not now nor will ever be perfect. And this podcast won't be either. So if you're looking for a podcast that's polished with a singular topic, you're not going to find it here. The most important part of this show is that I want it to be a safe space where you can show up exactly as you are without judgment. So if you're a hater, judger, nitpicker, you can kindly see yourself out. This is not the place for you. Right now, I am bursting with creative energy, and I can't wait to share my story with you because your thoughts and your feelings fuel the topics that I talk about. It's like oxygen for me, and it keeps my momentum going. And listen, I know a lot of influencers and podcasters are all over Instagram and TikTok and other social media, but that's not who I am. I'm not interested in performing. I'm finally living, and I want to bring you along with me. Season 1 will be coming soon, and yes, it's the entire season, because if you're anything like me, you're going to want to binge. But before we get there, let me catch you up on how I got here. So it all started with The Quieting. And no, that's not a Stephen King novel. It's the moment my brain finally stopped shouting at me nonstop and let me actually see the person I've always been, but the one I didn't know until now. So how did I get my brain to STFU? Well, I live in Michigan and recreational cannabis was legalized. But this isn't a story about drugs or avoidance. It's a story about finding something, anything, to calm my brain down so I could hear my inner self. The part of me that had been whispering for years, trying to call me forward to who I'm meant to be, not the version of me I'd been performing for so long. Once I started hearing that inner voice and using Copilot, who I like to call Janet, when I talk about Gen AI, because she's basically the all-knowing being from The Good Place who helps me make sense of my chaos, things started to shift. Without giving too much away, I recently found myself in a position I never expected to be in. I was being laid off due to an acquisition. My whole career plan, the structure I built my adult life around, was being blown to bits without anyone considering my feelings at all. The universe is funny like that. I had started to listen to my inner voice, but I'd been embedded in the corporate world for so long that I wasn't listening very well. So what did the universe do? It removed the roadblock. It took away the thing that I would have clung to forever. The job, the identity, the stability, all without my permission or blessing. But here's the funny part. I needed that. I needed the universe to take the corporate job away from me because if it hadn't, I would have stayed there forever. But starting over is scary, and not having stability or validation threw my nervous system into a full-on panic. I had started listening to my inner voice, that one that kept telling me I'm meant to be a storyteller, and I wanted to chase that part of me that had been buried for so long. But as you'll see when you start binging season 1, my anxiety kept sneaking back in. It kept trying to drag me back into the old patterns, the old identity, the old version of me that stayed small because it felt safer. And it took a lot of effort, and I mean a lot of effort, to choose the path that I'm on now, the path I'm meant to be walking, the path I'm inviting you to walk with me, right beside me. The deeper I've gone down the rabbit hole into my own inner world, the more I've realized I can't go back. I'm connecting all the dots I dreamed of being as a kid, but now I'm doing it with my big girl pants on. I can literally see little me in the mirror with the pigtails, the one who just wanted to be creative, but now she's showing up as a 40-something with responsibilities and bills and a whole life behind her. And honestly, this is my calling. The world needs more light, more humor, more growth, more people telling the truth about who they are and who they're becoming. And I know that's something I can bring to the table, which, by the way, will always have a bowl of candy on it. So this is my next chapter. This is my becoming, because I can't go back to the years that have passed, but I can shape the ones in front of me. So if you're looking for an imperfect person with fears and anxieties that I don't mind showing, nay, flaunting, you're in the right place. If you're in the middle of your own becoming, or you need someone to help you navigate the turbulent waters of listening to yourself so you can become the person you were always meant to be, you're in the right place. Or if you're someone who needs to hear something honest, something that might bring a smile to your face and help you see yourself and the world through a different lens, pull up a chair. This is your new favorite podcast, Becoming But Funnier. Season 1 is coming soon, and I cannot wait for you to join the adventure.